Yeah, my name is Damian, man. You know, my wife emailed you last week when we were supposed to call you. You know, our kids had got taken by CPS in Alabama. Like Karl said, I'm willing to send anybody our case file. You know, I know he said he likes people to send the case file before they even, talk to people with kids. So I'm willing to send anybody the case file who's willing to, just hear our little story. Yeah, we filed a claim and everything last week, and like you said, last week we sent letters out to the, the real men and women, real man and real woman. Sent out to like the governor, to the lady Nancy Buckner. I know he knows her. He's familiar with her. And we sent letters to these people just last week. So I was wondering what to expect because we just opened up our claim like last Thursday.
Okay, what kind of claim did you put in, and what was the nature of your claim?
Theft of property. And I put exhibits of the pictures of the kids in, and we just kept it kind of simple. Just a standard claim that Karl has. Administrating property without right, taking care of our property. We require the a restoration of property post haste. We forgive the wrongdoers for return of property. If not, we need to be compensated for this amount of money, and that's how we left the claim. And we're going to talk to the sheriff on Tuesday to tell him about.
Well, let me ask you: did anyone help you write your claim and your notice and your letter?
No. What I did, I joined the Skype group, and I listened to a lot of Karl's tapes. I listened to it like all day and all night long. And I got in the Skype groups, and everybody had like gave me a sort of idea of how to write a claim. And I went through some of his emails that he posted on Angela's talk and got an idea how the wording of the claim goes. So I went based off of that.
Okay. And so now you said you sent your notice in.
Yeah, I sent a notice. I sent a notice to the director of human resources for our county. I sent a notice to the director for the CPS for the state. I sent a notice to the governor. I also sent a notice to the prosecuting attorney and the caseworkers that are involved. And I also filed a notice into court, letting him know that we had into their court case, letting them know that we had theft of property. And we had a peculiar thing. Karl's method kind of takes a minute to kind of thaw into your brain because you have to let go of all that statutory stuff that you've been used to dealing with, before you get into his method. So beforehand, we were doing all the statutory stuff, the Constitution stuff and all that. And we actually sent a notice into the court before we started doing our own case about the attorney's oath of office, because in most states they require that the attorneys have an oath of office before they can practice law on the soil of the state. So as soon as we filed that in, we didn't see any more motions, anything from him. He hadn't filed a thing into the case. So they've kind of tried to trick us into their proceedings by just sending a letter saying, come here on this date. So we were wondering, well, should we even go with them not even motioning and the judge not even giving an order for proceedings or anything like that? Because I didn't know if they were trying to trick us in and do something off the record or what. So I was wondering, should we even go to any more of their proceedings with them not even having an order for the proceedings to continue?
And when did you receive those orders? Were they based off your notice? What happened with that? When you start receiving orders?
We really hadn't received any more orders from the judge, because as soon as we put that notice in about the attorney's oath, the attorney on the other side just quit filing anything. He hadn't filed any motions. He hadn't filed any continuance. We had a hearing for award in custody to CPS, and we filed a notice like about a week before that. And we were supposed to have another hearing on the 19th of February, but all of a sudden they got pushed back without an order or motion or anything, and said it was March 5th. Now, no, the judge didn't put an order for continuance or anything. They didn't file any motions or anything. They're just saying show up here on the 5th of March in a letter from the attorney at Lytton. So it wasn't even the judge or the other attorney putting in a motion or anything or order. So
the guardian at Lytton?
Yeah, for the guardian at Lytton.
Okay. What did you put in that you think had an impact?
It was a notice of the other attorney's lack of a oath to the Constitution, for subscribed oath for the Constitution of the state. as soon as I filed it in, he just quit filing anything. I mean, he hadn't filed anything, period.
Yeah, they're probably trying to figure out what the fuck are you going on about. I mean, that's what they're probably doing. They're probably like, this is administrative. Nobody's acting in a judicial capacity. What is he talking about?
Okay.
It's all based on contract. But like I said, they might be digging into it, trying to figure out. I mean, that might have been a good thing to, like, just, make them tilt their machine like a pinball machine. Like, you just made it tilt. It's like, what the hell? Do we got to actually do something in a certain way? Like, are we not following the procedure?
Okay.
So, yeah, like I said, you might have done that. You might have just make them blink and say, are we supposed to be taking oaths around here somewhere?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It's like, no, that's for the state government. We're the government of the state.
Okay. Two different people.
You see what I'm saying? They might be saying, no, we're not officers, we're employees, or we're contractors. Well, I don't know. They're going to have to try to figure out how they're going to define themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they do come back, say, wait a second, I never got an answer to this. Are you an employee of the government? Are you the government? What are you?
Right.
Are you an officer? What are you?
Right. It makes them define themselves. Yeah. I got.
They try to just say, well, we're just going to proceed. They say, wait a second. I asked the question. Are you a state employee? Are you an officer? Which one are you?
Mm-hmm.
Are you an officer? Because I'm sure an officer has to swear, but I'm sure a state employee doesn't have to. Whatever, you're just a garbage man. I'm sure you don't have to swear to any constitution. I was like, I don't know, man. I just the air and the tires on the garbage truck. I didn't swear to nothing. Did I uphold the Constitution? I just fill the air.
Yeah.
I just park the garbage trucks.
In their statute, it actually says that in all attorneys that.
Yeah, but he might not be an attorney.
Okay.
Just like a lot of the times when you go into these courts, man, like especially like traffic court. Who told me that the other day? Nobody said all lies. They said the judge wasn't wearing a black robe. Nobody called her your honor. Everybody called her ma'am. But you would think you're talking to a judge because you think you're in traffic court and you think traffic court has something to do with something about a state constitution and somebody swearing in an oath. It's like, no, it's somebody who's mediating a contract dispute.
Yeah. I definitely got to feel that it's a contract situation because, we've done some of the things that you said do, like go to the sheriff, go to the district attorney to see if any charges were filed against us. They basically came and got our kids because we homeschool. And, they're requiring under their code that we come fill out all this stuff, the homeschool and all that stuff. And we told them no, and we actually sent a letter.
I don't know why you guys, mommy and daddy didn't knock your teeth out the first time you said the word no. Your life would be so much fucking easier.
Yeah.
Why don't you just say yes, put it in a form of an order, and then go on with your life because they'll never talk to you ever again. Like I said, that's why I swear to God, I said that to people in my family. I said the first time I hear my fucking kids say no, I want to find out who fucking told my kid the word no, and I'm going to kick their teeth to the other side of their fucking head. I have no idea why you guys love saying the word no. It's like a little 3-year-old. No, I'm not going to do it. No, terrible twos. No. Fill out this form. No. Say absolutely, not a fucking problem. Put in a form in order, and I'll fill out all the forms until my fucking fingers turn purple. Yeah, I don't have no idea why you people are so fucking violent. I mean, but they make heroes out of people who are violent. I mean, they make, like Gandhi's a fucking massive hero because he told everybody no. Mandela's a hero because he said no. I'm the Mr. Yes Man. I say yes to every fucking thing. Oh, yeah, not a problem. Put in a form of order. And they go away.
Well, Carl, we actually did that in a sense. Cause,
no, you didn't. You said no.
Yeah, well, we did it statutorily though. We didn't do it like we didn't go to the man. I agree. I understand. We didn't say this person who acts in this.
Right. You said that they told us to come out here and fill out all these forms. And we said no.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We didn't say yes. You didn't say, Carl. You know what? When they told me to fill out a form, you can't fucking believe it. What'd you do? I asked them how many forms they got, and they said I don't know, 712. We filled out 712 fucking forms, Carl. Oh man, they owe us so fucking much it's not even funny. The bill goes in tomorrow. You didn't say that. It's a lifestyle, dude. Dude, it's a lifestyle of being an asshole. Dude, I'm an asshole. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle to have a fucking sense of humor like that. Yeah. Oh, you want a fucking form filled out? Oh, how many you got? 712. Is that all? Hey, do you mind if I print out a couple of maybe 500-600 more? Like what? I don't know. You got a problem? Can I? Well, why would you want to do that? What do you mean, why would I want to do that? I guarantee your legal department knows why I want to do that. Why don't you go ask them? And they'll say, leave this fucking one alone. Why? He's fucking crazy. Crazy like a fox. They'll say, this guy's up to something. We don't know fucking what. But leave this one alone. Because why? 100% of all you other fuckers say no. Not only is this guy not saying no, he's saying he's going to fill out thousands until his fucking fingers bleed. He's up to something. We don't know what, but this one is scary. He's scaring us. You guys don't scare him. Oh, no, I'm never going to do it. Oh, yeah, well, we know how to handle people like you. Tom, yes. Oh, and how many you got? Is that all? Do you mind if I print out my extra 500? I got a new fucking 500 roll in my desk drawer. Do you mind? What? What do you mean 500? I'm just asking you. You wish me to do that, right? Yeah, okay. I'm going to make your wishes come true. I'm just here to serve. You're going to freak the shit out of them.
Yeah,
This is what I try to tell people all the time. This is how my modus operandi has been my whole entire life. I do the complete fucking opposite of what everybody tells you to do. And it somehow miracles motherfucking happen. I was like, Alex, I'll go off the fucking board with this one. Dude, you haven't seen the question. That's okay. I'm all in. How about we flip you another card? How about you look at your cards first? Nah, that's okay. I'm all in. Dude, we only dealt you one card. Nah, that's okay. I bet everything I got. Dude, that's not how you play poker. Oh, really? How do you play poker? Well, we deal you two cards and you take a look at it and you let us put at least one flip of one card. No, okay, I'm all. That's it. I'm all in. Dude, that's asinine. Why, you don't want to go all in? You only got one card too? We're supposed to wait for two cards? Nah. Well, you got balls? Come on, we all in. Everybody in? Let's go all in. Like, this guy's fucking crazy. I'm not going all in. I haven't even looked at my first card yet. What are you, chicken? Good, you're a gambler. Let's do this. Oh, not stupid. Well, then, I guess I win this spot, huh? You know, that's what I say. You know, the guy with the fucking guts, the balls, he gets the glory, man. You ain't got guts, you ain't got the balls, you ain't going to get glory. You ain't going to get laid.
We learning that. I mean, really.
Yeah. You got to go all in, man. You got to remember, chicks dig scars.
Yeah, I'm in the belly of the beast like you here in Alabama, so, you know they play.
Yeah, well, like I said, chicks dig scars. You got to go all in.
Yeah. Like I said, we just got our claim, man. I guess we hadn't put the summons in because we were talking to John at first, and through his email, he told us, not to put the names on at first so they don't just throw your claim out. So what we did, we were going to amend the claim and put their names on it, and then issue a summons because we have to write our own summons, correct, and our own orders.
No. Like I said, the court clerk will hand you a standardized form.
Okay.
No, that's fine. She knows what she's doing. The sheriff's department knows what they're doing.
Okay, so as soon as I give them the names, they'll issue the summons first. Because we want to do an emergency hearing, so I was going to put a notice in for
I don't do emergency. What do you need to do emergency hearing for?
To make them make a claim to my property.
Okay, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. But using that word, yeah, an emergency hearing.
Right.
Yeah. Like I said, magistrates are on call. The courts are open 24/7. You just move your claim into the court now.
Yeah.
You don't got to do this legalese shit. Just like I did with Bali in England. They said, no, you want to file a claim, do it tomorrow morning. I said, no, I think, you know what, I want to hold court now. I'm going to open up a courtroom now. Get a magistrate down here. Like, you're fucking crazy. I was like, oh, yeah? Like, why? Because there's a Christmas party. I said, yeah, I don't give a fuck. She's going to be interrupted, or he's going to be interrupted for a while. The court's got business. We got shit to do. And damn right, the head fucking security guard, thank God, he came down. And he said, look, Carl, can we be reasonable about this? I said, okay, I'm a very reasonable man. What do you want to do? How about you just put the paperwork with me? And I guarantee you I will find a magistrate sometime tonight, and I'll have the magistrate file it for you. How's that? I said, not a problem. And Bali's like, can you put that down in writing? I said, Bali, shut the fuck up. I said, you just challenged this man's honor. We don't do that. It's like, well, us white English motherfuckers, we don't do that. If this man said he's going to fucking do it, you take him at his fucking word. He's not Punjabi. It's like, so like I said, it's a lifestyle. You know, when I'm talking to a man on the other side, I know when I'm talking to a fucking man. And how dare you fucking tell him to put it down in fucking writing and sign it. That's just fucking all flavors of fucking evil. Because the reason why Bali would say that, to put it in writing and sign it, is because he would do it. I never thought to ask that man to put it down in writing and sign it. I know he's an officer of the court. I know he's an honorable man. I know the whole court fucking watches each other's moves. I know it's all about honor with these fuckers, paying their debts. If they bet $1, they pay it off. If they bet $1 million, they pay it off. They're very honorable people. It's like a gambler kind of thing. They're very honorable like that. If they don't fucking pay off their bet, nobody will ever fucking play a card game with them ever again. They'll be banned for life.
Hey, Carl.
Oh.
Can we talk about those forms a little bit more? You said go ahead and let the person give you the summons. That's what I wasn't aware of when I went down there, and she handed me a bunch of forms telling me it was a civil cover sheet, the summons, and all these things.
Yeah. So it's a cover sheet. Dude, okay, let me put this one more time. I said this 8,116 times. I guarantee. Gus, Larry, everybody can tell you this in a heartbeat. What do you do?
For the ease of filing purposes only.
That's it. Ease of filing purposes only. You know what it is, dude? It's you're going to Federal Express, and you want them to mail your case to China. You're going to wrap it in their package. You're going to put it in their envelope. You're going to use their form so they can have it set in place in the proper dock. How tough is this? It's not impacting the contents of what's inside that Federal Express box, that Federal Express case, that Federal Express sticker or sheet or cover form that's on top of that fucking Federal Express box. There's no impact on the contents, does it? No, absolutely not.
I looked up the local rules, and it says right there in the local rules, no trial court or any division branch of the trial court may enact or enforce any local rule concerning the form or format of papers. So,
Hey, hold on a second. Carl, this is an entirely different guy. This is Billy the Kid in California.
No, that's fine. No, like I said, what he's saying is fine. It could say, and I'm just saying, it could say there can be no rules on how to file a form, and it could say there are forms so that I don't care. If somebody's got a form already filled out for me, I want to use it for ease of filing purposes only because somebody else already did it all for me. I say, oh, thank God. I don't got to go home type this shit. No, you just fill this out, stick the Federal Express sticker on my box. If I went to Federal Express, okay, I got two choices. I go to Federal Express and I want to put my case into a docket. Put it in a dock. I want to put my case in a dock. So I could go home, get an inkjet printer, make all this fancy red, white, and blue Federal Express sticker, or I could just say to the guy, wow, you got a sticker for that? All I got to do is put my name, address, phone number on it, and we're good to go? Oh, God bless you. You already glued it and everything? I don't got to get Scotch tape and everything? Oh, God bless you. Oh, you got a box that says Federal Express? Oh, my God. Sweet. I love you guys. It's for ease of filing purposes only. Yay. Has nothing to do with what's inside the case.
Right. So I just wanted to touch on that because this is one area I've been studying for a while, and I have not actually gone to court to do anything. And when I did, she handed me a bunch of papers like you have to file these, and they were really nice. The clerks were really cool.
Yeah. So lovely. Okay, I filed it,
yeah.
And then you do a cover sheet like I said. It's on my website. It's on documents. Okay. First thing you click on it says my lawsuit in Alabama for ease of filing purposes only.
I had another question. I had an eviction happen. You actually took my call in the middle of it, and you were busy with the man up in Montana or something. But these people put a notice. They gave me notice of eviction, and the sheriff on there was this guy Leroy Baca. So I spoke with Mike, and he's like, send him a letter. So I sent him a letter, and then I called down there to try to talk to him. I actually went there to try to talk to him. And I found out that Leroy Baca is not even the sheriff. And that some other cop, Zimmer, had put his initials on there. Not his initials, but he wrote Zimmer on there. But Leroy Baca is not even the sheriff. And that's the notice that I got. So I sent the letter over to Leroy Baca, but then later found out that he's not even the sheriff. So I don't know if that matters, but it seems to me that law should be expressed, not implied. And when I write a letter to the sheriff saying, hey, you guys are in error right now, this is my property.
Yeah, but who's trying to evict you?
The bank, the probate. My grandfather's estate is in probate.
Oh, you're the guy from California.
Yes, sir. And I got
but no, we were talking about something else that day, man. We were saying that no, you're looking for loophole technicality, and I was actually talking to you about something of substance. Now you're just looking for loophole. Now you're looking like, there was something else that we were talking about that we made the guy stop with that eviction. What did I exactly say to you? But I didn't say, that sheriff's name's not that, the deputy's name's that. I didn't say that silly shit.
No. I had asked him who placed the order, and he said...
Yeah, that's the way we went with this. Who placed the order for eviction?
Yeah, and I said...
It has nothing to do with the deputy or sheriff. That's irrelevant. So I don't understand why you're going down this path.
Well, no, I've already been writing the CEO of the bank.
Okay, I don't care. I'm saying who issued the eviction order.
That would be the attorney for the bank.
No, it would be Bob, who acts like an attorney. Attorneys don't have fingers.
Correct. Harry.
Yeah. So what? Okay, Gary, and he's acting as the attorney for the bank.
Yes.
Okay. Does the guy who operates the bank, Jimmy, what's his name? Jamie Dimon. Does Jamie Dimon know what the attorney's doing?
I don't know. I wrote him a letter.
Yeah, well, they tell Jamie Dimon, the guy who runs Chase Bank, say, hey, man, your attorney just made you fucking liable. I'm just giving you a fair warning, man, because I'm coming at you through your fucking attorney. So what I'm saying is, like, Jamie Dimon will call the fucking lawyer and says, what's this guy going on about? It's like, I don't know, man, he's suing you. What? He's suing? Why? He's suing me? He said, yeah. Why? Because I act on your behalf. Does he have a case against me? He's like, yeah, I think he does. Because the guy who runs the bank, he's liable for, like, anybody who acts on behalf of the bank.
Right, and I've been writing him letters for months now, telling him I want to settle this, that I have the power of attorney to run this estate.
Yeah, but like I said, you're a beneficiary, you're not a trustee. So I don't know where you're getting that belief without going to probate and removing the trustee.
Well, this is where I'm lacking big.
But you're not the trustee. You're not the trustee, right? You're not the trustee. You're a beneficiary, right?
Correct.
The trustee doesn't have to disclose any information of the trust whatsoever to a beneficiary. They don't have to tell you why they're doing what they're doing. You could have a probate, bring them to probate, and say that you think they're acting against your grandfather's wishes. That you could do. But for you to wind up and down and bitch as a beneficiary, they could fucking pull everything from the beneficiary. It's like, well, look, we don't have to really tell you. You know what? Honestly, your grandfather always thought you were a prick, and he just told us the other day, stick to it, this guy. Fucking jerk his chain. Fuck him up. But don't tell him that grandpa hates him. The trustee doesn't have to tell you shit.
Right.
You can take it to probate, and you can say that I think they're acting in conflict with my grandfather's wishes, and let the probate judge fucking determine it. But like I said, man, if it's a private trust and it's not recorded in the public, that probate judge can't do shit.
I was kind of dealing with my 5-day notice to vacate bullshit, but I was already ready for them, and then they didn't show up on the day that they said they were going to show up. So I went to work on the 3rd day, and the fuckers came when I went to work. And so I called Carl when I was at work. Hey, these fuckers are at my house. Nobody knows fucking shit. It was my nanny and my goddamn fucking...
Right, and that guy was trying to give you bullshit, and he was just dicking around with you. And I said to him, hey, right, and I said to him, stop this bullshit with this guy. You tell me who issued that fucking order. Whose name's on that fucking order? And then that guy started saying, I'll make a phone call and I'll get back with you. I said, no, we want to know who the fuck issued that fucking order. We want to know who's the fucking man's name that issued that order. Why are you in this fucking man's house? Because somebody had to issue that fucking order. And he kept saying the bank did. And I said to the guy, the bank doesn't have fingers, the bank doesn't have fucking arms. Who the fuck created this fucking order? That's what I said. Now I remember the phone call. That's when I was in Montana.
Yeah, and so he told me it was Harry.
That's right. He called me up and he said, it's an emergency call. There's the cops in my door, the cops in my house. That's right. I recorded this thing. So, yeah, I could upload that. That's a good one to upload.
I know you were busy because I'd already heard you were in Colorado, or I believe you were in Colorado.
Montana, yeah. I was in the man's office. Right. That's right. I had to step out of the man's office. I said to the man, look, I'm sorry, but this man said there's a cop in his fucking door. So I'll be right back. That's right, because I never fucking answer the phones.
They changed the locks. They kicked everybody out of that, all my kids, all my family, everybody out of the house. It was already done. So I didn't get to use the show me the bond, they still haven't provided me with a bond.
No, all you have to do is find out who issued that fucking order.
It's the attorney.
The bank didn't order it. Somebody ordered it.
His name is Harry. I know who the fuck he is. I've been writing him letters for months now.
Okay, who's this Harry?
Harry's the attorney for the bank.
No, okay, that's what I'm saying. If Harry's the attorney for the bank, this is what I tried to just said to you 2 minutes ago. You got to find out, like I said, if it's Chase Bank, Jamie Dimon is going to be liable to the acts of his attorney. So if my attorney did something, and I said, what did you do? Well, I wrote an order on your behalf, and I threw those people out of the house you own. You did what? I threw them out of the fucking house. What, you didn't want me to? No, dude. You threw him out of the house. Okay, good. Now, this guy's going to come after me. He's not. You can't go after the attorney. You got to go after the guy who controls the attorney. Who controls the attorney? Who hired the attorney?
It's Frank Holding. That's the CEO for the bank. I've been writing him as well.
There you go. That's who you go after then.
I've been writing everybody like Mike's been directing me, which is great, and I'm kind of building my case. But the issue right now is when I went to file the claim, like I said, she handed me these documents. I am illiterate to this completely because I build shit for a living. I don't go to court and file shit. So every time I've listened to you, it's been like, file your one-page claim. And I didn't even.
No, like I said, if you file who created the order, so if the attorney signed the order on behalf of the bank, on behalf of Frank's the CEO.
Yeah.
Good. Then it's Frank. You let Frank know that he's liable for the harm.
Right.
That his attorneys did on his behalf. When did you write that? What am I saying? When did you write all these letters?
I've been writing for months, Carl. I mean, since November of last year, I've been writing and writing and writing and writing.
Did you send? What I'm saying, did you send these letters to me, Gus, anybody? Who you've been sending these letters to? The Skype group?
Yes, I'm in all the Skype groups, but you don't get as much help as you think in there. It's not like you can just go on there and get help. So the deal right now is I found on these forms that you can just get there's a fucking claim form. It's like CD 100, and it's just a claim for property. And so the deal is, I went and seen my grandpa today. He's kind of losing it. He's getting older, and he'll ask you the same fucking question 20 times. So his son gave me a power of attorney, and he told me, Billy, if you can get this estate back from them fuckers, do it. So I don't really know what to do with it now that I have it, and that's where I'm looking for some help. Is what do I do with this?
That's what I was saying about the probate court. That's what I said to you. What cases can probate court hear? Is there even a probate court in the state of California? That's what I was saying to you, because probate courts can hear the matters of power of attorney over somebody who's considered incompetent, and they'll determine whether or not your grandfather, the probate judge, I don't know if the probate judge will go down there and actually talk to your grandfather. Or send somebody down there to talk, for the court. The probate judge might send some clerk down there and say, hey, go talk to this guy, man. I don't know if they make your grandfather pop up, but that's what I'm saying. I know they do that in Georgia. Now, what they do in California, I don't know.
They did that a long time ago, found him incompetent, and that's when they basically took over. Okay, he had already had a doctor say that he was of sound mind and body, and the court said, I want another evaluation of him, and of course he took it, and now he's found incompetent, and now the courts have basically taken over. And so I was just reading this. I've been kind of new to how to read this stuff, but now I kind of know how to read it. And so today I've been reading it, and I'm finding out that the probate people are the ones placing the orders. These are the people placing the orders to sell the properties. I just got a letter in the mail today. They want to sell 2 more properties, and one of them is the home they just kicked me out of. So, that's why I moved into the home, was kind of put up the fight. But now they got dudes coming over there screwing my windows shut and shit. It's kind of weird.
Oh, that's right. I asked, I said, was there a sale of the house? Because I said, you live about 2 doors away down on the left-hand side. Did you request the proof of sale?
Exactly, and that's what I just got today. Was I'm looking at it now, and they're asking to sell this property. It's hilarious. Literally 2 days ago, the fucker comes and kicks us out. 2 days later, I get something in the mail saying they're petitioning the court to sell it. And I'm like, wow, these fuckers move quick. So, it's all a learning experience. But as of right now, I literally have my family sleeping in that home that we're not supposed to be in, according to the court. But I got nowhere to go, bro. So.
Yeah. But like I said, too, and because I remember reading that eviction. And then I said, where was the sale of the home? And he said, there was no sale. And that didn't make any sense to me. If there's no sale, how did you get evicted? Because you said the trustee was in control of the fucking house.
Yeah. Well, so what happened was...
So your grandfather, see, like I said, that's what really sucks about trustees. Because your grandfather could tell you one thing, and he could say, look, little Billy was over here today, and I'm really scared of this kid. So you know what? I signed power of attorney over him. So send another psychiatric evaluator over here and tell him that I'm incompetent. So little Billy can't use that piece of paper.
Yeah, nothing like that.
It's all fucking mind games. I'm telling you, when there's a rich fucking guy involved, a rich woman involved, it's all fucking mind games. Is your grandfather being straight up with you?
Yeah, listen, my grandpa right now, Carl, he'll, like, when I walk in the room, he's like, Billy, hey, son, how are you? You know, very happy. I brought my daughters and my new son and my wife. You know, we're all talking for a while.
Yeah, but I'm saying when you leave, is there somebody else who's a beneficiary who fucking goes in there and says, you better fucking just undo what you just did?
No. We don't
okay,
have
like I said, look, dude, I'm not there. All I could do is guess why your grandfather gave you that power of attorney. One person says that he's competent. Another guy comes in and, you know, a week or two later says he's incompetent.
No, I didn't ask my grandfather I didn't even ask my grandfather to sign anything because, like I said, he'll tell you, hey, son, where are you living now? And then 5 minutes later, he'll ask you the same thing. Hey, son, where are you living now? So he's losing his mind a little bit. He's getting older, and he's got some sort of dementia or something. So I went to the next in line. I didn't feel that was appropriate to get him to sign anything because I wouldn't even feel comfortable about that. So I went to his son. He's only got one son, okay? And most of his kids, both of his natural kids have passed. He's got one daughter left that was from the marriage. But his son, I walked up to him and I told him everything that I'm learning with you and how I wanted to do this. And I said, I need the power of attorney to be able to do this. And he goes, Billy, I'll do anything. Just don't fuck me. And I'm like, dude, just
Who said don't fuck you? Who said do anything?
My uncle. He's just like, bro, I'll give you power of attorney if you can get it back from these people. He's like, just don't fuck me. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to fuck anybody.
How did your uncle give you power of attorney if it's your grandfather's?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so Grandpa isn't able. Well, he would sign anything, I swear. If I went up to him and said, Grandpa, I want to do this, blah, 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 would you sign it? He'd sign it. But how competent is he? You know what I mean? He's not all there. Huh?
You said how competent is he, you said?
Well, he's losing his mind. He has some sort of dementia, I think, where he literally asked me who my daughters were and how many kids I had 15 times because he's losing it. And he's there. He knows who I am, but he doesn't know my family, really. He's losing it. You know, when he was younger, he knew my kids. He knows my daughter's named after his wife. He knows all that. But now he's losing it. So I went to his son, and I know maybe Mac doesn't have all rights, but he gave me all his rights to do whatever I can to try to do that. And so everybody now is scared. They're all scared. And I get it. I totally get it. I see why. Because these fuckers, they're ruthless. But I just want to know, honestly, Carl, do I go into fucking probate? Do I go civil? Do I just make a claim? These are the areas where I'm lost.
Because what's tough for me to understand is I'm trying to figure out who's the trustee.
The bank. It's
okay, but like I said, then what I'm saying, there's somebody in the bank, like I said, who's the trustee for that branch.
Yes.
Do they have a special? Or do they just have a whole special different, like a legal department? Like, do they have a trust department? Do they have a whole separate?
Yes, they do. I got a letter from Susan, who is claiming to speak for Frank. And so she basically said in her letter.
Well, let me put it this way: how did your grandfather transfer? You know, to make the bank the trustee. Is there anybody in particular that in the bank that like he really liked, and they're the trustee?
No. Okay, so this is a big, complicated, ugly thing. My grandfather was banging his mistress, who was the property manager for his properties. He somehow got on the bank account. Okay, my mother flipped out, like, what the fuck is this bitch doing on the bank account? She's all of a sudden vice president of the corporation, and
but all you got to do is bring that to the probate court, and the probate court will get it done for you in no time. Probate courts are great, man, because they fucking protect the old people like crazy.
No, Carl, this is what happened. So my mother, she went to the bank and said, hey, this lady is not a part of this estate. She should not be on the account, and they told her.
Okay, so you took it right to probate.
So my mother did. My mother went to the state, and she said, I need
help.
What
part of the state? Did she went to motor vehicles? What part of the state did she go to?
I don't know what the hell she did. All I know
is... why can't you find out this simple question for me? Did anybody go to probate court yet?
Yes.
Okay, who?
My mother, my grandfather, myself,
Where's probate court located?
It's in Santa Monica.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. You've been there. You seen the judge? You talked to the judge?
Yep. He told me to shut the fuck up.
A probate judge.
Yeah, a probate judge. When I tried to speak, told me to shut the fuck up.
What was his name?
Judge Charles Carlin.
Judge Charles Carlin.
Yeah.
All right, I'll find out. I'll Google it.
Oh yeah, you could find him. Hey, I'll give you the Here's the case file. I'll put it on the record. BP.
No, I don't know. It's not the case file. I just need to know who Judge Charles Carlin is.
Yeah, Judge Charles Carlin at a Santa Monica Superior Court.
Okay, how do you spell it, Carlin?
Karlan.
Okay, not with a C. All right. And you said it's a Santa Monica Court?
Santa Monica Superior Court was the, this guy was the judge for like 10 years. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Craig D. Carlin. Craig. And so, I have.
Hang on a second, man. I'm looking up this guy, man.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. There's a website that you check out any judge.
Can you share that with us?
It's called the Robing Room.
What is it called?
Robing, ROBING, the Robing Room, where judges get judged.
The Robing Room.
Yeah, where judges get judged. And I used to tell people that all the time. I used to tell people, when you're going up before a judge, you go to the website. They got Judgeopedia, too. You go to Judgeopedia or you go to the Robing Room, and you put in the judge's name, and you find out how this guy rules. And you'll have people's comments say, this guy's a dickhead, or they'll say, this guy rules, or this guy's great, or this guy loves attorneys, or this guy hates attorneys. Do you see all the comments? This guy got, out of 10 stars, he got 3.1, he got a 1.0, he got a 9.8, he got a 3.0, he got a 1, he got a 1, he got a 10, he got an 8.5. So obviously this is basically telling me the guys who win are giving this guy a 10, the guys who lose are giving this guy a 1. See, it says, like this one comment says, fair and honest, nice guy, clearly overlooked and burdened by a job, he means well. Next guy says he gave him 10 stars. Case loads are overloaded. Yet by start of the trial, there's no sense of pressure or haste in process. He is even-handed and even-tempered as a judge can be. He reads everything, so keep it short and to the point. See, that's what it says, see? They said this judge actually reads the stuff you put before him.
I actually agree with that. When I was in court, he had insinuated, or he had said to my mother a couple times, Bonnie, you're on the right track. I cannot give you legal advice, but you're on the right track. Because he knew my mother was, for 10 years, she was trying to get this back into the family's hands. And we never had all this craziness. It was never like this. And then because Grandpa was banging the fucking property manager, the shit hit the fan, and now the estate has just been massacred. So, my mother fought it, and now it's my battle. And I learned about you, and I believe in it. It's everything I've always thought my whole life. And this is what I'm doing. So,
yeah, so like I said,
probate?
Yeah, but like I said, with the judge, he said, it's funny, man, it's not sweet. He's a probate judge. I see it says he's a judge, but I don't see it says I'm trying to find out if he was a probate judge.
Well, he might not be anymore. He moved on. I don't know if he's the judge now. I guess I could keep leading and find out who.
Yeah, well, this is what I'm trying to say, man. I'm not talking about what your mom did years ago. I'm talking about like what you did like last week, yesterday, stuff like that. Like I said, you called me up the other day, and there's like I said, there's only so much I can tell you so fast. I mean, I remember you called us into the show like 6 months ago, and Gus said, you remember that guy? I said, yeah, he had all kinds of probate court problems. He had all kinds of power of attorney and trustee and all that nonsense going on. But then you disappeared.
No, I haven't disappeared. I've been on every show, damn near every show that ever comes on Talk Show. I'm on every night.
No. I'm saying we haven't heard from you.
Oh, well, I sent you a lot of emails and never got replies. So
Dude, I got 3,701 emails. I'm on quarter record. Dude, I'm on quarter record 3 now. Yeah.
I kind of stopped because I'm like, I'm just writing to myself. So
yeah,
I went.
Well, that's what I say. That's what I say to people, man. If people text message me, it's easier for me. Well, like I said, you got extremely lucky. I even answered the phone the other day. I was sitting in this man's office. Yeah. And I said to the guy, I just seen your name. I don't know what made me pop up your name. I said, I got to answer this. And I don't even remember what your name is that pops up on the screen.
Well, I'll
Billy
tell you
the Kid?
Carl,
Are you Billy the Kid? You're Billy the Kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. For some reason, that's what I put in my cell phone. I put Billy the Kid. For some reason, I just said, I got to answer this. I don't know why, but I said to the guy, look, I got to answer this one. And then you said the cops are in my house. And I told the guy, hang on a second, I had to go step outside and talk to you. And then that's when I just said to the point, hey, who issued this damn thing? And he said, the bank did. And I said, the bank has no arms, no legs. Who at the bank actually put this down? Because that's the person that you're going to drag into probate court. Who is the man or woman who issued this?
So let's talk about that. Okay, so it gets weird. I've talked to Gus about this. I've talked to Mike. Everybody's really, they don't get it. And this is why I've been trying to get with you, because you get it, of course, and you're so busy, and I fucking hate to bug you, but God damn it.
Like I said, I know I asked you the other day, find out who at the bank is authorized to issue this order. Who's got the power to do something like this? Because that's the guy that you're going to drag before the probate. That's the trustee. That's the guy you're going to find.
Okay, so is it Frank Holding or Harry, the attorney? Probate court.
One more time. I don't know how I'm miscommunicating because I think I know the guy who was on the other end of the phone understood exactly what I was saying. The attorney for the bank. I knew exactly what I was saying. And I understand why you can't get this. Very simple question. Somebody has the authority at that bank to issue orders on behalf of the bank. Who actually signed that order? Who created it? Who actually has the authorization to do it? And the answer that the guy gave me was the bank. And I said, no, the bank doesn't have arms and legs. There is an actual man or woman who is authorized in that bank to issue such an order.
All right, so I know who that is. That's Harry. So I take him back into probate.
He's the one that gets dragged. He's the one you would summons before the probate court, and you'd have the probate court asking a simple question, say, where the fuck do you think you get off throwing these people out? Where do you believe that authority comes from? And he can't say, just because I'm the fucking trustee. It's like, no. Where does it come from the grandfather? Where does the grandfather expressly say somewhere in there, look, I hate this little Billy fucking ass, and I want him out, and just don't tell him. Don't tell him grandfather hates him. What I'm saying, the judge would talk to Harry personally, one-on-one, without you in that freaking room. And he'd say, honestly, the grandpa hates this clown. And he'd have to convince the judge that grandpa hates you. And the judge would come out and say, well, little Billy, there's nothing I can do. The trustee did everything within his power. The trustee did everything within his authority. The trustee did, what he believed was the right thing to do, and I would stand behind the trustee. And then he doesn't have to cry up and down to the judge and say, but why? And the judge was like, hey, man, there's a trust between Grandpa and the bank, and I can't disclose it. But why don't you go ask Grandpa? Because I can't tell you why Grandpa said, let the bank take over. And like I said, I've seen that plenty of times in my life. Believe me, especially with wills, especially with wills, man. You'll see a grandma, great-great-grandma loving it up with the grandkids and everything, and she doesn't leave them a fucking dime. And she said, look, the only reason why these little bastards came around is because I knew I had fucking money. If I didn't have a fucking dime, I see how they treat everybody else. They treat everybody else like shit. So I don't know why he's doing what he's doing, but that's who you call in. Someone's going to appear immediately in front of the probate court and tell them what the hell's going on, tell the probate court, so I need that if you want to do an emergency immediate motion hearing, yeah, that's the place to do it. If, like I said, I have no idea about California. I believe they have probate courts, okay? I'm not out there, so I don't know. That's what I say to you guys, when you live in another state like that, and I'm in Montana, and I'm in a man's office. I said, do me a favor. Find out if there's a probate court. See if probate court does wills, and see if they do the trust. See if you got a probate court system out there. Because then I could pretty well to give you a good idea where you should go with it. And it's like, okay, you know what you need to do? Go find out this Harry guy. Get this guy brought before the court. There's got to be something in writing between you and your grandfather and Harry or the bank. I don't know if your grandfather was a personal friend of Harry's. I don't know. Because a lot of times, man, it's especially in a private trust, the trustee could just say, well, his grandfather whispered into my ear one day that I hate that prick. and that's, I'm serious. And that's
no, I get it, but it's fucking absurd because you could, even the judge on the court of record, some of the copies that I got, the attorney tried to say that he wanted to kick my mom out of one of the properties, and the judge had said to him, it is my belief that Curtis McLean likes his family to live in his property. So
who's Curtis McLean? Who's Curtis McLean?
That's my grandfather.
Okay, well then say grandfather Curtis McLean. We're just guessing what Curtis McLean is. I'm pretty sure it was grandpa, but yeah, I get it. Okay, So, well, like I said, the judge must be reading something, hearing something, or met somebody who led him to believe that. Because Grandpa could say just the opposite of the judge. I hate these pricks. They're leeches. They're just hanging on, waiting for me to fucking die. Make sure they get fucking nothing, okay? And then you guys could say, oh, the judge is such a prick. Grandpa loves us, but he didn't give a shit. It's like, oh, yeah, well, maybe there's something that he handed the judge in trust. Because when he gives the judge a piece of paper, say, I'm trusting you with this, don't fucking tell my grandkids, so they're going to fucking hate me. Or they're going to pull the plug on me. Right. You know, what you see what I'm saying? It's when it comes when it comes to older people, man, they could be such sneaky fucking bastards, man. You know, you don't know what the fuck is. You don't know if he had some like what's that girl who fucking that Playboy model who was sucking this 90-year-old guy's dick and he turned on against his whole family.
Yeah, that fucking big kitty.
Nicole something, Nicole Smith or something like that. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. And his whole family is like, look, she's like a 19-year-old bimbo, you know, blowing Grandpa's 98-year-old dick, and she just cut everybody out of the fucking will. This is bull. This lady's known him for 3 months, and we've known him for 98 years and hung out with this clown for 98 years, kissed his ass for 98 fucking years. And she gets everything? Oh, I don't fucking think so. So like I said, it's all backroom dealing and conniving. It's all bullshit. I really hate dealing with trusts, man, because it's so hard to, you know, you got to trust your grandfather that he's not fucking with you.
Right. And let me ask you something. Do I have standing to go in and claim this property?
Yeah, well, if you're there, yeah, you're a beneficiary. Of course you do.
Okay. So I'm just going to file that claim form and go file a claim for property.
It's just like somebody who's a Vietnam vet, and he's getting VA benefits. He's a beneficiary. He's getting VA benefits. Of course he's going in and say, I'm not getting my benefits in which I'm entitled to. So you're saying, okay, because you're his grandson, right? Guess what? You got a title, okay? Your grandson. So obviously your title of grandson compared to my title of a fellow human being, yours is going to have higher standing in court than mine. Because you're grandson. But guess what? If you had a daddy, he'd have higher standing than you, wouldn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, it's that simple. So if nobody else is making a claim, if there is no other aunts or uncles or cousins or nieces or nephews coming, yes, obviously you have the highest standing. But like I said, this is what I hate about like probate court or wills and trusts. It's all up to interpretation. It's all what Grandpa whispered in somebody's fucking ear. And I hate that kind of fucking law. I like law where it's black and white. It's yes or no. Did I do wrong? Yes or no? No. Is that my property? Yes or no? Yes. Is anybody else making a claim? Invested interest? No. And it's mine. So like I said, I have no idea what that judge is reading. I have no idea. If, like you said, the other judge retired, there might be another judge there now. You got to get before them and bring this Harry guy in. You see what I'm saying? This isn't rocket science. Go get Harry's ass dragged in there. That sounds funny. Go get Harry's ass dragged in there. Harry ass. Go get that Harry ass dragged in there. and find out what the fuck he's got. You know, that the judge, I guarantee you, if it's a part, like I said, thank God he dealt with the bank. The bank will disclose to the judge. He might not do it out loud in front of you, but I bet, you know, the judge won't let the bank fucking get away without disclosing it to the judge.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? And then the judge comes out and says, Billy, the house is fucking yours. And Billy say, it ain't fucking yours. And he's like, oh, that fucking asshole Grandpa. Fuck him. And then you know why. Grandpa fucking wrote you out. But he wants to still come. He still wants you to come see him.
To just make him spill the beans.
Yeah, but like I said, they don't have to do it in private. They can do it in private because it's a trust. You could send a copy of the trust to the judge. You can hand a copy of the trust, or you can hand the trust to the judge. So here you go, Your Honor. This is now you make a ruling on it, and it says, you know, come before me on February 13, 2015. Grandpa fucking whatever says I hate that fucking prick. Throw him out of my fucking house immediately. Make him get a real fucking job. I don't know what the fuck your relationship is. All I can do is guess, and it's a horrible place to be in, and I don't like guessing.
I follow you, Carl. I know there's a lot of people out there with a lot of problems, but the research that I've done, I haven't found a whole bunch on trust and probate. It's been really fucking
easy. It's really easy. You just bring the trustee in there and tell I guarantee you can find all kinds of easy to follow forms in probate court. They're removing a trustee. So I'm a beneficiary. I'm a beneficiary, and I'm a beneficiary.
my mother removed 2 of the trustees already.
How long ago, dude? How long ago?
It was the last time we got somebody removed was in 2006.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a
but
while.
I'm saying the way you tell stories now, and that's what's great about it. I can figure it out. I know you're telling me ancient history. So back in 2006, 10 years ago, you got an attorney file. What was the basis, or what was the why did you enter that?
Right, so somebody had put in a power of attorney, this guy Tory Webb, and it said on the power of attorney if he couldn't fulfill it, this lady who my grandpa was banging would fulfill it. And if she couldn't fulfill it, this other bartender we had hired would fulfill it. And I'm talking about power of attorney for the whole estate.
Yeah, you don't have to explain it, dude. Just keep going. Keep saying it. Keep talking.
So Mom finds out about this, and she freaks. Okay, she passed now, but she freaks. She goes to the bank. She goes everywhere. I mean, she goes everywhere. So finally, she goes to the state and says, "Hey, we got somebody that's in here." They say, "Okay, you give us power of attorney, we'll get rid of her." So my mother, my aunt, and my uncle signed something, power of attorney giving the state power to go and remove this lady. And then when my mother asked for the property back, they said, well, you need a bond of $1 million to have your property and your credit's no good, so that's not going to work. So basically they said you got to have a bond to administer the estate and good credit.
Like I said, man, there's got to be, okay. You could, did you make it just simple request of this Harry guy? Can I see the trust?
Well, I have the trust. They mail it to us every time they tell us they're going to.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, this is the trust that your grandfather placed into the bank?
Yeah, well, no. My grandfather had a good CPA, okay, and so he had put the trust with him. Well, this gentleman died. So what he did was he got a new guy, this guy Tory Webb. He gave this guy Tory Webb power. All of a sudden, Tory Webb shows up with this power of attorney naming all these weird people. They're people that were associated with us in the family, but they were like employees. They were, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if this guy Tory never died, then one of our employees would now run our whole estate. And my mother was like, what the fuck? So she freaked out, and she did whatever she was supposed to. We paid hundreds of thousands fighting lawyers with lawyers. And so when I ran across your stuff, I already knew. And I swore when my mother died, I was not going to pick this up. But somehow YouTube gave me your video, and that's it. I've been fucking studying ever since. And so this is the only part I haven't done, which is actually go to court and require shit. So I'm a little lost, and it's kind of fun learning, because just the other day, like I said, I learned how to read their stuff. I know how to file shit now. And it took the clerk to kind of explain to me, dude, you can't just come up to me with a one-file claim. You have to put shit in with it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm just very new to it, but like I said, they kicked us out of the house. I wasn't ahead of it. I was too busy studying all kinds of other shit. Not all kinds of, but all your other kinds of shit. I was filing a claim. I wanted to file a claim, find out if I had standing, all these other things. Get the power of attorney. I was doing everything that I thought was right, but what I'm finding out is I need to just pull this guy, Harry, into probate and ask him, what the fuck gives you the right to kick us out of our property, and hold him liable. And that was another thing. I filed a claim with this court, and so I asked for a bunch of money, and they said, we don't do those claims here. So that's where venue came into place, meaning certain courthouses will only accept certain documents according to the money or the procedure. And I didn't know that either. So that was kind of new. I had heard venue. I have my venue documents written up, but I didn't know that courthouses only, like I filed a claim for $3 million, and she said, you can't do that here. You have to do that at this courthouse. And I thought she was lying to me, and then I came home and studied it and found out she was telling me the truth. So, are you still there?
Yep. I'm still here. Carl's phone died.
So I hate to bother you again, Gus, but, man, this is just, it's so tough. For me, I'm like that dude he helped with the 8th grade education. You know what I'm saying? That's me.
I just know how to build shit.
Yeah, well, when you don't know all the ins and outs and all the intricacies, you go to the courthouse and you say, "Where's that man?" It says, that's not my shit. You talk to the judge, like Karl said. You got to talk to the judge and say, "Look, your job is to protect property, to secure rights. Do I have a right to this property or not? Do I, is this my property? Are you protecting, whose property are you protecting? Whose rights are you protecting? Is it mine or somebody else? You've got access to the paperwork. I'm going to require you to look into it and give me a straight answer. And that's it. You don't have to know."
So my problem wasn't saying all that, because I totally get it. But my problem now was actually getting in front of a judge. I mean, I was like 2 days in a row I tried to rework my paperwork. I just felt like I was doing it wrong. I just needed some direction on which way to go. And now that Karl's told me, hey, go right back into fucking probate, pull the prick in there, require him to show you how, he has a right to do this. And I got so much proof, it's crazy, that shows that I have a right to be here and to administer this trust. I mean, we need them.
Like Karl said, you don't know what you got until the judge, until somebody holds all the paper, right? Somebody has, you ever hear the story about four guys? They blindfold these four guys and they approach the elephant from different sides, they feel around, and one guy feels the trunk, the other guy feels the tusk, the other one feels the tail, so the other one feels the broad side. And they're explaining it's just a story for illustration, but everybody's got a different view of things. Your view is completely different than somebody else's view, and until the man who's holding all the paper, which should be the judge at some point, that man is going to examine all the paperwork and say, this is what's going on. Now, if he's not allowed to talk to you and to express that to you, at least he's going to tell you that, the trust says that you're out and this is how it is. And if you don't believe him, I'm not sure how to follow up on that. But, if there's specific instructions from the grantor that you are to be left in the dark, then that might be the bottom line. I don't know. I don't know enough about it.
No, it's not, though. Yes, like I said, I've seen this many times on this talk show. The letter they just sent me that they're going to try to sell the property that they just evicted me out of also includes the trust. And in this trust, it says I'm a beneficiary. It names me after my mother, who has now passed. And they wrote in there that I'm a contingency beneficiary. I'm no longer an issue beneficiary, meaning I'm next in line. So whatever the fuck that means, I don't know. But the bottom line is I have standing and right, I believe, to claim my property. So, and I've been saying this forever, and
Are you the only beneficiary? Is there other beneficiaries? How many others are there?
There's a lot.
Okay, so you might be a beneficiary that's going to get, the cabin by the lake, and then Frankie's going to be the beneficiary who gets the golden goose. Just because you're a beneficiary, that doesn't mean you have the right to this particular piece of property.
Right, but see, it's the belief of the family that we don't want to sell the property. It doesn't matter what the belief of the family is. If the grantor created a trust and put a trustee in place and says, this is how I expect you to administrate my trust. Okay, this is what I want you to do with it. I don't care. I want you to tell everybody I love them and that I care for them equally. But the bottom line is, this is what you're going to do. And until you see the documents yourself, you have no idea what you're entitled to. You might be entitled to his toothbrush when he's done using it. Okay? I don't know what you're entitled to. You're a beneficiary. I don't fucking know either, Gus. I have
okay. Well, how are you going to find out? You're going to be talking about this forever.
Well, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Look, it's time. Game on. I got to go into court. I'm going to do my thing. But what I'm wondering is which court, which way. Okay, it's just
probate court. It's a probate issue. if you were in New Hampshire, it would be a probate issue.
Totally understand it now that I've spoke with Karl, because look at, they have civil, family law, claim department, probate. I mean, there's so many to pick from. When I actually realized I had to use forms, holy shit, I was like, God damn, there's like a lot of different. And then that's when I started talking about venue. I'm like, yeah, now I know what they're talking about, that only certain courthouses will hear certain things for certain amounts and certain.
Those courthouses are authorized by the legislature to do certain things, and that's it. So you have to go to a courthouse where the judge and the staff and the whatever, they've been granted authority by the people of by the people through the legislature to do a particular thing. So that that's how that's all determined.
Right, but like I said, as an idiot, I don't know any of that shit. It's new to me. I thought, go down to your local courthouse and file a claim. Well, when I did that, she's like, what the fuck is this? I can't take this here.
That's what you do. You do a little bit of studying. You get on the Skype groups. You ask some questions. That kind of basic information is available. All you got to do is ask. Hey, Carl.
Hey, is that guy still on?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but no, like I said, man, the best thing is grab that hairy ass motherfucker guy and tell him to bring the fucking, let the judge determine the trust between him and the bank. That's the easiest way for you to find out, man, if this guy's not acting in accordance to the fucking trust. The judge will be able to look at it real quick and say, this guy's not even fucking close, or this guy's dead on. Look, they used to do this with fucking women when they got married. The judge or the priest would fucking bring the woman into the back room and say, why are you marrying this fucking guy? And she said, because my daddy fucking gave him, he gave my daddy 3 horses. I said, well, do you really want to marry this guy? And one was like, no, not fucking really. And then the judge would say, okay, that's fine. So the judge would come out and say to everybody, well, I'm sorry, the ceremony can't go on today because, I need the court clerk isn't available to bear witness, and I needed the court clerk to bear witness. And somebody say, wait a second, you always just had anybody do it. It's like, well, the state rules change, man, and now the court clerk is required to be there, and then we got to get a notary there as well, too. So the judge is just helping the woman. So the woman doesn't have to say, look, if I don't go through this wedding, man, my daddy's going to kill me because he's got to give back the 3 fucking cows or the 3 fucking horses. My daddy's going to beat my ass. So the judge will say, don't worry, honey, I got this. So the same thing that grandpa might be doing. You don't know. That's why I hate this fucking probate shit. It's crazy. It's totally up to the whim of the fucking judge what he sees like in private. And then, like I said, when the girl fucking walks out of and says, oh, we're going to get married today, and the husband the husband to be and her father said, did you tell something to the judge? What did you say to the judge? I said, I didn't tell him anything. I said, I love this fucking guy. And they're like, all right, you didn't tell him you don't fucking love me, and I gave you daddy 3 horses? No, I would never tell him that. See, you're dealing with fucking humans, man. You're not dealing with a computer program. It's going to say, yeah, that's what I told him. It's like the same shit that I said happened earlier in the show, dealing with Polly. He tells me one thing, and then somebody sends me an email saying, hey, this guy's stealing from you, dude. I said, no, he's not. Yes, he is. And then I read it, and I go, holy fuck, you're right, he is. I said, motherfucker. Like I said, you don't know what's in that fucking paperwork between your grandfather and the fucking bank. You're guessing. Fuck, stop guessing. Go get the judge, man. Let the judge fucking tell you. Let the judge tell you, man. You ain't got a fucking hope in hell, buddy.
So
or the judge will remove the trustee, man, if the trustee is not living up to the grandfather's wishes.
Okay, Carl, we did this. My mom went in there with her lawyer.
In 2006.
Yeah.
So stop telling me my mom did this. Your mom did it back in Stone Age time. Your mom did it in prehistoric times. What happened? Your grandfather could change the trust faster than I could change my socks, and he could do it every day. Does that make sense to you?
Well, yeah,
He could have whatever the hell that lady's name was, Michelle Smith, whatever her name Smith, blowing him, giving him a blowjob and say, hey, now put me down as the trustee and put me down as the beneficiary. Nicole Smith.
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know the last time he changed it. You don't know. He could have done it today. He could have changed it today. He could have called up and said, hey, yeah, I want to modify it. Let me, put this down instead. Why? I don't know. He He was wearing a blue shirt today when he came and visited me. I told him don't ever wear blue shirts, and he's fucking doing it anyway. Fuck that little bastard. Write him out of my will. Fucking get him out of the house. I don't know. That's what happens when you deal with some people like that, man. It's a power trip. They got nothing else better to do in life. Maybe they want to see you miserable for a while. I don't fucking know. Maybe he's going to make a man out of you. I don't fucking know what he's doing.
Oh, it's happening. All right, well, check
What's
it out.
that?
I'm gonna go do what you just talked about. I'm gonna go down to probate because I was a little lost on which way to go. So I'm gonna go to probate. I'm gonna go handle my shit in probate, and I'll keep you guys posted on how it goes.
Yeah, is your mom still alive?
No, she passed last year in June.
Okay, but you kind of remember what she did? Were you there?
Oh yeah, I was there. I was there, but I let her do all the talking.
Good. Okay, good. So at least you know where the building's located. You basically went through the before. Okay, that's great.
Oh yeah, these guys know me. The judge. Well, I don't know if it's the same judge, but I was there. I'm on the record. I'm on the record saying shit when I was reading. Back in the day when we were
2006. Yeah, 2006. It's old news, man. It's fresh and new in your mind. They went on. The judges retired. Clerks get swapped out. Yeah, it's old news, dude.
Okay, so do I file a claim or do I just?
Dude, no, you don't file no claim. You go to the probate court. You tell them, hey, can I have a form? I'd like to fucking contest. I'd like to fucking have a trustee removed.
And a new one appointed. You got to appoint a new one, correct?
Yeah, probably. The judge will do it, or maybe the judge will take it over. I don't know.
He did. That's what he did. We removed.
Okay, in 2006, dude, 10 years ago. Dude, 10 years ago.
Well, they're still going to ask the
maybe the judge got all times to seize. Maybe he retired. I don't know if the same judge is still around.
No, it's not.
You said it before. You said it before. You don't even know if the judge is around anymore.
No, he's not. He's not. I remember when he said he's going to be moving and not going to be a part of this case. I remember that. I remember walking to the court going, fuck this shit. I'm never doing this again. It's like retarded. These fucking people don't understand what we're saying. We don't need you. We've never needed you. And why the fuck are you here? So we just didn't know how to say it properly. Now I have to figure out which way to go. You're telling me to go probate. So I'm going probate. Okay, I know what to say. I know how to write it. I just needed to know which way to fucking go because they wouldn't let me file. Everything I thought I was supposed to do was wrong. So now I got a better understanding. I'm going to go file in probate. I'm going to have the trustee removed and appoint myself as the new trustee. And as soon as they say, you're going to need the bond, I'm going to say, can you put that in order, please? And I'll send you a bill for the bond. At least that's what my mind's telling me.
Oh, Karl fell off again.
Yeah, like I said, the other reason why is because, I'm just like, I'm kind of like tough when I talk, man. I'm like, look, this was ancient history. That was 10 years ago. I don't give a damn. It's a new, everything's new. Every day you go into that court, they could have a different opinion, and that's why I hate those kind of courts. It's just based on opinions. There's nothing black and white. I hate probate court.
Yeah, me too. And so does my family.
I'd rather just make a fucking claim and be done. Anybody else here got a superior claim? No, then I'm taking it and going home.
Well, that's what I was shooting for.
Yeah, but like I said, you got to see by the reaction of that judge, and then you got to find out, when was the last time your grandfather modified it? Well, we just did it yesterday, and then you can say, wait a second, I thought you said the court said he was incompetent. And it's like, yeah, that's right. We ruled that he was incompetent fucking 6 years ago. What the fuck is going on? He can't modify it. What was the other one that said 7 years ago? See, that's what I'm saying. It's just leaving too many things open up for conjecture, man. I can't guess everything, and I'm trying to guess everything, and I'm just fucking numb.
Anyway, I'm excited. I'm gonna go in on Monday and do my. They call it ex parte when you want an emergency hearing. That's what the clerk's telling me. Honey, you need to file an ex parte. I said, honey, I don't even know what the fuck ex parte means. She's like, it
just means that you're communicating directly with the judge, and the other side doesn't have. It's a temporary restraining order. Just like if you're beating the crap out of your wife, she's talking to the judge ex parte, and then in 3 days you're gonna have your chance to speak to the judge.
Yeah.
Took me 17 seconds, and now you know what it means. Solved all your mysteries in life.
No, I was just hoping to get another Guyana lady call, where the cops were there and I could fucking talk to them, but I was at work, so I couldn't. I wasn't at home to be able to have my argument with them, and my family they don't know what I know. They just got the fuck out.
Yeah, well, like I said too, I think the big thing is that It's not a foreclosure. It's nothing like that. It's a family matter. You know what I'm saying? So the cops probably don't really want to get too involved.
Yeah.
Even that's what I'm figuring. I'm figuring the cops are like, you know what? This really isn't like a violent situation where it's a domestic violent kind of thing. You know, like grandpa's, not calling 911, telling them to get us out of here. It's the fucking bank's doing this. This is pretty silly. You know, the bank should fucking take care of their own damn business. They shouldn't be, calling the fucking police to do this. This is ridiculous. I guarantee the cops are saying this is fucking ridiculous. Why are they fucking calling us? What the fuck? What can a bank possibly fucking gain out of this? That doesn't make any sense to me. If I was a cop, I'd say, what the fuck are we doing down here? That's why we're here in case somebody fucking was beating the shit out of somebody else. What the hell are we doing down here? Is somebody getting their ass kicked? No. Then what are we doing here? Oh, well, the bank's got an order to get these people filed. What, they fucking paid for their fucking mortgage? No, this has nothing to do with the mortgage. Well, what the fuck does that have to do? Oh, it's disputing the fucking trust. What the fuck are we doing down here again? If I was the cops, it's like, look, I'm not showing up for this. You're wasting my fucking time. Give me a real fucking reason to show up. That's ridiculous. To me, this is a civil matter, man. And the bank, they can't say, oh, well, it is, we want them out or we want to sell it. It's like, you know what? Honestly, if I was a cop, I'd say, I don't give a shit. The bank's got plenty of money. The bank doesn't need this fucking house. This family's been living here. And honestly, we don't give a shit. I can't imagine the cops fucking coming out there and doing it again. Like saying, oh, this is a matter of life and death. We got to get right on this. We can't let these lawbreakers go around doing this to a kindly old man. Old man doesn't even know what's happening.
So that power of attorney I have, that don't carry any weight, huh?
Of course it could, but like you're trying to say, in one breath you're saying, I got the power of attorney, and then the next breath you're saying, but wait a second, Grandpa was judged 10 years ago to be incompetent.
Don't they have to take a vote on that?
What?
Don't they, the family members, don't they have to vote on that since he's incompetent?
Yeah. If it was private, it's a public. And then it goes on the public doctrine. Whatever the public doctrine and policy is. If the probate court judge wants to have the guy in front of him, he can do that. He can send somebody down there, like a doctor, and have him certified, certification from a doctor saying that this guy was competent or incompetent. The judge could go down there and talk to him. The judge could go down and take a look at the living conditions. I've heard of judges that have done that were really like ass-kicking probate judges. Like, you know what? I want to see how this old man's being treated. I'm coming down there tomorrow.
Yeah, they will.
What's that?
They will. I've seen them do that.
Who said that?
This is Damien. I was talking to you about my kids, but I was just coming in on Billy the Kids.
Oh, okay. You said you've seen that? Yeah, that's something.
Yeah, I've seen that happen.
Really want that. Are you in Georgia?
I'm in Alabama.
Okay, yeah. See, I see it in Georgia happen when I was in Georgia. So Alabama's right next door. Yeah, I can see them doing it too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. They'll come down. They'll say, oh no, I don't want to fucking know what the fuck's going on. If I fuck somebody's life up, I'm not taking anybody's fucking word on this one. I'm coming down. I'm gonna find out myself. I mean, some of them really get into it. So like I said, old judges ain't bad, man. So, that's what I try to tell people, man. You can't tell me, man, they're all fucking bad. Some really, actually fucking, really want to protect old people.
Carl, it sounded like you were telling him that he needs to find out what his granddad did first before he does anything, right?
But he can't. He's the beneficiary. And if the grandpapa said, I don't want the beneficiaries to have any knowledge of the trust because, he could block them from the trust.
Right. So that's why he needs to go to the probate. Because the probate judge is telling him what standing he has.
Right, because the probate judge will fucking make the trustee bring it, especially since it's public, will make him bring it to the judge. And the judge will say, no, the beneficiaries have every fucking right to take a look at this fucking thing. Grandpa never put anything in here about not disclosing it to the beneficiaries. It says nothing in here. But like I said, we're just guessing, and that's what sucks. I hate guessing because it takes a lot of fucking brain power to just sit around here and guess 20 different things that are happening.
Right. If he brings a claim, it could be a false claim if he doesn't have any standing, right?
That's right. Well, not so much that. They'll just say, frivolous. He'll be more like frivolous.
Frivolous, okay.
They'll understand why he's panicking and doing what he's doing because he's got a family and is on the line. They'll all fucking be hateful to him like you're thinking.
Okay.
They'll understand he's a desperate man.
Yeah, I got you.
They'll give him a lot of leeway on the first filing. The second or third one, that's a different story.